Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix is the fifth book in J.K. Rowling's iconic series, published in 2003. The novel follows 15-year-old Harry Potter as he grapples with the increasing threat of Lord Voldemort, skepticism from the wizarding community, and the turmoil of adolescence. As tensions rise, Harry finds allies in the mysterious Order of the Phoenix, an underground group opposing Voldemort's return, and faces trials that test his resilience, loyalty, and inner strength. Summary. The summer heat lingered heavy over Privet Drive, where Harry Potter, restless and cut off from his world, lay hidden beneath a shrub. A strange noise shattered the quiet, an unnatural crack that sent Harry and his cousin Dudley into a dark alley. There, icy cold descended, and the air filled with despair as two Dementors attacked. Summoning all his strength, Harry conjured a Patronus, driving the creatures away. Though victorious, he was left reeling as his wand unleashed magic in front of a Muggle, Dudley. A series of owls soon arrived, one bearing dire news: Harry was to be expelled from Hogwarts for breaking the law against underage magic. In the following days, confusion and fear surrounded Harry. A surprising intervention by Dumbledore halted the expulsion temporarily, allowing Harry to remain at the Dursleys' home until his disciplinary hearing at the Ministry of Magic. He was soon whisked away by a group of wizards, members of the Order of the Phoenix, to a hidden headquarters in London, where he reunited with Ron, Hermione, and his godfather, Sirius Black. The house, though decrepit, was alive with tension. The Order, an underground group dedicated to fighting Voldemort, worked in secrecy, while Harry struggled with being kept in the dark about the growing threat. At the Ministry, Harry faced a trial orchestrated to ensure his conviction. The courtroom was oppressive, filled with Ministry officials determined to discredit him. But with Dumbledore's strategic defense, Harry was acquitted, though whispers of his unreliability continued to spread. Back at Hogwarts, unease simmered. Dolores Umbridge, the new defense against the dark arts professor, arrived as an agent of the Ministry, her sugary demeanor concealing a thirst for control. She forbade practical lessons, silenced dissent, and ruled with a punishing hand. Her presence stoked rebellion among the students, and under Hermione's guidance, a secret group called Dumbledore's Army, DA, was formed. In hidden meetings, Harry taught his peers to defend themselves, rekindling a sense of purpose and camaraderie. As winter deepened, so did Harry's struggles. He was plagued by visions of Voldemort's thoughts and emotions, an alarming connection that left him vulnerable. Dumbledore, distant and evasive, ordered a clemency lessons with Snape to block these intrusions. The lessons were grueling, and the hostility between Harry and Snape only worsened. Despite the effort, Harry's visions grew stronger, drawing him closer to Voldemort's mind. Meanwhile, the Order worked tirelessly, uncovering Voldemort's interest in a weapon housed in the Department of Mysteries. Harry's dreams hinted at this mysterious object, a prophecy tied to his destiny. But the Ministry, under the leadership of the paranoid Cornelius Fudge, remained blind to the danger, obsessed instead with undermining Dumbledore and his allies. Amid the chaos, Harry found solace in his growing relationships. A bittersweet romance blossomed with Cho Chang, though misunderstandings and unresolved grief over Cedric's death cast shadows over their connection. The bonds of friendship with Ron and Hermione grew ever stronger, as they stood steadfastly by Harry's side. Tensions boiled over when Umbridge discovered the DA and attempted to assert her authority. Her efforts culminated in a harrowing confrontation involving Fred and George Weasley, whose spectacular rebellion disrupted her regime and inspired hope within the school. Harry's own rebellion came when he received a vision of Sirius being tortured by Voldemort in the Department of Mysteries. Ignoring warnings, he led his friends on a daring rescue mission to the Ministry. Deep within the labyrinthine corridors of the Department of Mysteries, Harry, Ron, Hermione, Ginny, Neville, and Luna encountered Death Eaters lying in wait. A fierce battle erupted over the prophecy, the object of Voldemort's obsession. Though the young wizards fought valiantly, they were outmatched until members of the Order arrived. In the chaos, Sirius fell, consumed by the veil of death as Harry watched in anguish. With Voldemort himself arriving to claim the prophecy, Harry faced his nemesis once more. Their confrontation was interrupted by Dumbledore, who dueled Voldemort in a display of immense power. Though Voldemort fled, his return was undeniable, witnessed by Ministry officials who could no longer deny the truth. Back at Hogwarts, the weight of Sirius's death pressed heavily on Harry. Dumbledore finally revealed the full truth. The prophecy foretold that Harry was the only one capable of defeating Voldemort, bound to him by fate and a power greater than magic, love. The revelation left Harry burdened but resolute. As summer approached, Harry returned to Privet Drive, no longer the boy he once was. Though grief and uncertainty loomed, a spark of determination remained. He was no longer fighting alone, and with his friends and the Order by his side, he prepared for the battles yet to come. Main characters. Harry Potter, the protagonist. Harry is more defiant and emotionally raw than in previous installments. Haunted by the events of the Triwizard Tournament, he struggles with isolation, rage, and the weight of his destiny. Hermione Granger, Harry's brilliant and resourceful best friend. Hermione balances her focus on academics and her growing activism, particularly through the creation of Dumbledore's Army, DA. Ron Weasley, loyal and fiercely protective. Ron provides Harry with moral support, even as he deals with feelings of inadequacy compared to his siblings. Sirius Black, Harry's godfather and a member of the Order. Sirius is a tragic figure torn between his protective instincts and his recklessness, a quality that deeply impacts Harry. Dolores Umbridge, the new defense against the dark arts professor. Umbridge is a symbol of authoritarian control, embodying cruelty behind a mask of politeness. Albus Dumbledore, mysterious and distant in this installment, Dumbledore withholds information from Harry to protect him, leading to tension and mistrust. Severus Snape, a complex figure. Snape's role as a double agent is further explored, and his dynamic with Harry deepens through occlumency lessons. Lord Voldemort, although physically absent for much of the book, Voldemort's influence looms large as he manipulates the Ministry and invades Harry's mind. Theme: the abuse of power. Dolores Umbridge exemplifies the misuse of authority, enforcing draconian rules and silencing dissent at Hogwarts, reflecting broader societal corruption in the Ministry of Magic. Isolation and alienation. Harry's feelings of being misunderstood and alone dominate the novel, reflecting the struggles of adolescence and his unique position in the Wizarding War. Resistance and rebellion. The formation of Dumbledore's army highlights the power of collective action against tyranny and oppression. Truth and propaganda. The Ministry's denial of Voldemort's return and its smear campaign against Harry and Dumbledore underline the danger of misinformation and the manipulation of public perception. The burden of knowledge. Harry wrestles with the prophecy about his fate, illustrating the psychological toll of bearing immense responsibility.